Question 1. Watch out for the tricky wording, it's a trap. Are wedge-type foundation brakes exclusively self-adjusting? Option A. Yes, all wedge brakes adjust automatically. Option B. No, they may be self-adjusting or may require manual adjustment. Option C. Yes, they are adjusted by the power screw. The correct answer is B. No, they may be self-adjusting or may require manual adjustment. Maintaining a vehicle equipped with wedge brakes requires knowing the specific hardware, as they may be self-adjusting or may require manual adjustment by a mechanic. Question 2. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. To check the rate of air pressure buildup in a pre-1975 single-air system, what should the engine speed be set to? Option A. An idle speed of 600 to 900 rpms. Option B. A fast idle of 1500 rpms. Option C. Maximum governed rpms. The correct answer is A. An idle speed of 600 to 900 rpms. Testing an older truck's single-circuit buildup requires monitoring the gauge from 50 to 90 psi while keeping the engine at an idle speed of 600 to 900 rpms. Question 3. What protects the air tank and the rest of the system from too much pressure? Option A. Air compressor governor. Option B. Safety valve. Option C. Alcohol evaporator. The correct answer is B. Safety valve. Installed in the first supply tank, the safety relief valve acts as a mechanical failsafe to prevent the system from suffering dangerous overpressurization. Question 4. If you must park your vehicle but the brakes are extremely hot, what should you use to hold the vehicle in place? Option A. Leave the vehicle in reverse. Option B. Use wheel chocks on a level surface. Option C. Apply the trailer hand valve only. The correct answer is B. Use wheel chocks on a level surface. Letting hot brakes cool safely requires you to park on a level surface and use wheel chocks instead of engaging the heat-sensitive parking brakes. Question 5. What happens when the ABS lamp stays on after the bulb check? Option A. You may have lost ABS control at one or more wheels. Option B. The ABS is actively functioning. Option C. The brake shoes are out of adjustment. The correct answer is A. You may have lost ABS control at one or more wheels. Starting your engine and noticing the ABS lamp remains illuminated indicates you may have lost anti-lock capabilities at one or more wheels. Question 6. Pay attention. Many drivers miss this question. What could a delayed stopping action or unusual field during the 5 mph service brake test indicate? Option A. Normal brake lag. Option B. Problems you otherwise wouldn't know about until you needed the brakes on the road. Option C. The ABS system performing a self-check. The correct answer is B. Problems you otherwise wouldn't know about until you needed the brakes on the road. Moving forward at 5 miles per hour and applying the pedal firmly might reveal a pull to one side or delayed stopping, indicating hidden problems you must fix before hitting the road. Question 7. Watch out! This is a known trap question. What happens to lightly loaded vehicles when the spring brakes come on suddenly? Option A. They stop instantly with no issue. Option B. The air compressor blows a seal. Option C. They may skid out of control. The correct answer is C. They may skid out of control. Experiencing a total loss of air while pulling an empty trailer is dangerous because the sudden spring brake application can cause the lightly loaded vehicle to skid out of control. Question 8. What is the most common problem found in roadside inspections? Option A. Low tire pressure. Option B. Broken leaf springs. Option C. Out of adjustment brakes. The correct answer is C. Out of adjustment brakes. Passing a commercial vehicle roadside check is much more likely if you ensure your slack adjusters are properly adjusted, as out of adjustment brakes are the most common issue. Question 9. Don't let the wording trick you on this one. If your combination vehicle has ABS on only the trailer, what must you do if you start to experience a tractor jackknife? Option A. Apply the trailer hand valve fully. Option B. Steer out of the skid without braking. Option C. Let up on the brakes if you can safely do so until you gain control. The correct answer is C. Let up on the brakes if you can safely do so until you gain control. Maintaining control when the non-ABS drive axles lock up and begin to swing requires you to immediately let up on the brakes to regain traction. Question 10. Pay close attention to the details on this next one. Why is checking brake adjustment critical to preventing brake fade? Option A. Out of adjustment brakes cause the other brakes to overwork and overheat. Option B. It keeps the air compressor from running constantly. Option C. It prevents the ABS from activating unnecessarily. The correct answer is A. Out of adjustment brakes cause the other brakes to overwork and overheat. Having just one brake out of adjustment forces the other brakes to do more than their share, causing them to overheat and eventually fade. Question 11. Let's see if you can get this difficult question right. At 55 miles per hour under good conditions, what is the approximate total stopping distance for an average driver in an air brake vehicle? Option A. Over 450 feet. Option B. Around 300 feet. Option C. Exactly 216 feet. The correct answer is A. Over 450 feet. Cruising at highway speeds of 55 miles per hour means you must account for perception, reaction, brake lag, and braking distance, making the total stopping distance over 450 feet. Question 12. Why must emergency and parking brakes be held on by mechanical force rather than air pressure? Option A. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Option B. Because airlines freeze when parked. Option C. Because mechanical springs are lighter. The correct answer is A. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Securing your parked truck overnight relies on powerful springs because air pressure can eventually leak away, making pneumatic holds unsafe for parking. Question 13. Stay alert. This is a highly deceptive question. If a dual-air brake vehicle has a single supply pressure gauge, how does it display the pressure for both systems? Option A. It has two separate needles. Option B. It flashes an alternating digital display. Option C. It displays an average of both tanks. The correct answer is A. It has two separate needles. Glancing at a single gauge on a modern dashboard, you will see two separate needles that indicate the pressure for each half of the dual system. Question 14. When parking, when should you not use the parking brakes? Option A. If you are only parking for a short time. Option B. If the brakes are very hot or if they are very wet in freezing temperatures. Option C. If the vehicle is parked on a steep incline. The correct answer is B. If the brakes are very hot or if they are very wet in freezing temperatures. Securing your vehicle after a steep mountain descent requires wheel chocks instead of the parking brake, as setting very hot brakes can cause severe heat damage. Question 15. Which braking system utilizes parts of both the service and parking brake systems to stop the vehicle in the event of a failure? Option A. The emergency brake system. Option B. The primary foundation system. Option C. The auxiliary braking system. The correct answer is A. The emergency brake system. Experiencing a catastrophic loss of air pressure will trigger the emergency brake system, which relies on components of the service and parking systems to halt the truck. Question 16. Which type of foundation brake mechanism uses a push rod to move a slack adjuster that twists a camshaft? Option A. The S-cam drum brake. Option B. The wedge brake. Option C. The power screw disc brake. The correct answer is A. The S-cam drum brake. Operating the most common braking system on the road involves air pressure moving a slack adjuster to twist a camshaft inside an S-cam drum brake. Question 17. This one tries to trick you. Listen closely. In stab braking, when should you reapply the brakes after the wheels lock up? Option A. Immediately after releasing them. Option B. As soon as the wheels start rolling again. Option C. Wait exactly 3 seconds. The correct answer is B. As soon as the wheels start rolling again. Executing a stab braking maneuver requires releasing the brakes when they lock and waiting for the wheels to start rolling before hitting the brakes fully again to keep the vehicle straight. Question 18. How do you put on the parking brakes in newer vehicles with air brakes? Option A. Pushing in a yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option B. Pulling out a yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option C. Flipping a lever marked slippery. The correct answer is B. Pulling out a yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Securing your rig at a truck stop involves pulling the diamond-shaped, yellow, push-pull control knob out to apply the spring brakes. Question 19. Trap alert. Listen to every single word. When parking a combination vehicle, what does the applied parking brake do to the tractor protection valve? Option A. It closes the tractor protection valve and sets the spring brakes at the same time. Option B. It opens the valve to bleed air from the trailer. Option C. It bypasses the valve entirely. The correct answer is A. It closes the tractor protection valve and sets the spring brakes at the same time. Securing your rig at a rest stop ensures that pulling the parking brake automatically closes the tractor protection valve and sets the spring brakes simultaneously. Question 20. Keep your focus strong for this tough question. How many sets of brake controls does a driver use to operate a dual air brake system? Option A. A single set of brake controls. Option B. 2 separate foot pedals. Option C. 1 for the tractor and a hand valve for the trailer. The correct answer is A. A single set of brake controls. Sitting in the driver's seat of a modern truck, you operate the entirely separated primary and secondary air systems using just a single set of brake controls. Question 21. Keep your focus strong for this tough question. In a dual air brake system, what pressure should the air compressor build up to in both systems before you start driving? Option A. A minimum of 55 psi. Option B. A minimum of 100 psi. Option C. A minimum of 125 psi. The correct answer is B. A minimum of 100 psi. Prior to moving a heavy-duty vehicle, you must wait for the compressor to establish at least 100 psi in both the primary and secondary air systems. Question 22. Trap question ahead. Don't jump to conclusions. In a dual parking control valve system, how do you release the spring brakes using the separate air tank to move the vehicle in an emergency? Option A. Push the control in. Option B. Turn the valve a quarter turn. Option C. Pull the button all the way out. The correct answer is A. Push the control in. Moving a disabled bus out of an intersection requires you to push the secondary control in, letting air from a separate tank release the spring brakes temporarily. Question 23. What shape is the standard parking brake control knob found on the dash of newer commercial vehicles? Option A. A yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option B. A red octagonal knob. Option C. A round blue knob. The correct answer is A. A yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Setting the brakes at a loading dock requires you to pull out the standard yellow, diamond-shaped push-pull control knob. Question 24. How do you properly secure a vehicle with a modulating control valve when parking? Option A. Move the control lever halfway to engage the primary circuit. Option B. Move the lever as far as it will go and hold it in place with the locking device. Option C. Push the blue button in and hold for 5 seconds. The correct answer is B. Move the lever as far as it will go and hold it in place with the locking device. Leaving the cab of a vehicle equipped with a dash-mounted modulating valve requires moving the lever as far as it will go and locking it in place. Question 25. Take your time with this one, it's difficult. When does an automatic wig-wag rise out of the driver's view? Option A. When the engine is turned off. Option B. When the parking brakes are applied. Option C. When the pressure in the system goes above 55 psi. The correct answer is C. When the pressure in the system goes above 55 psi. Waiting for the compressor to build air, you will see an automatic wig-wag arm rise out of view automatically once pressure safely exceeds 55 psi. That's the end of this practice test. Did you answer at least 80% of the questions correctly to pass? Let's move on to the next one. Question 26. How do you properly test the low pressure warning signal? Option A. Shut engine off, leave electrical power on, and step on and off the brake pedal. Option B. Rev the engine to 1500 RPMs while pulling the parking brake. Option C. Drain the air tanks manually from the outside. The correct answer is A. Shut engine off, leave electrical power on, and step on and off the brake pedal. Confirming the dash buzzer works requires you to shut the engine off, keep the electrical power on, and fan the brake pedal to reduce tank pressure. Question 27. Watch your step. They are trying to fool you here. According to CDL tests, how likely are front wheel skids from braking on ice? Option A. Highly likely if limiting valves are not used. Option B. Not likely even on ice. Option C. Guaranteed if application pressure exceeds 55 psi. The correct answer is B. Not likely even on ice. Keeping your limiting valve on, normal, is recommended because extensive tests have shown front wheel skids from braking are not likely even on ice. Question 28. Pay close attention to the options, it's a trap. What causes the brake shoes to move farther to contact the drums during brake fade? Option A. The slack adjusters loosening. Option B. The return spring braking. Option C. Expansion of the brake drums. The correct answer is C. Expansion of the brake drums. Riding the brakes excessively causes them to overheat, leading to the expansion of the brake drums, which forces the shoes to travel farther to make contact. Question 29. Pay attention. Many drivers miss this question. What is the primary objective when braking during an emergency stop? Option A. To activate the ABS system immediately. Option B. To keep your vehicle in a straight line and allow you to turn if necessary. Option C. To stop the vehicle within 100 feet. The correct answer is B. To keep your vehicle in a straight line and allow you to turn if necessary. Reacting to a car pulling out in front of you requires braking in a way that keeps the truck straight, allowing you to steer around the hazard if needed. Question 30. What shape is the standard parking brake control knob found on the dash of newer commercial vehicles? Option A. A yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option B. A red octagonal knob. Option C. A round blue knob. The correct answer is A. A yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Setting the brakes at a loading dock requires you to pull out the standard yellow, diamond-shaped push-pull control knob. Question 31. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. When using proper braking technique on a steep downgrade, you should apply brakes to reduce your speed to how many mph below your safe speed? Option A. 5 miles per hour. Option B. 10 miles per hour. Option C. 15 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. 5 miles per hour. Navigating a mountain descent requires supplementing engine braking by applying the foot pedal until you reach 5 mph below your designated safe speed, then releasing. Question 32. How do you properly secure a vehicle with a modulating control valve when parking? Option A. Move the control lever halfway to engage the primary circuit. Option B. Move the lever as far as it will go and hold it in place with the locking device. Option C. Push the blue button in and hold for 5 seconds. The correct answer is B. Move the lever as far as it will go and hold it in place with the locking device. Leaving the cab of a vehicle equipped with a dash-mounted modulating valve requires moving the lever as far as it will go and locking it in place. Question 33. What specific damage should you look for when checking the air hoses connected to the brake chambers? Option A. Interior rust buildup. Option B. Chemical degradation from road salt. Option C. Cuts or wear due to rubbing. The correct answer is C. Cuts or wear due to rubbing. Crawling under the rig requires a close visual check of the air hoses to ensure they aren't cut or worn due to rubbing against the chassis. Question 34. What color is the trailer air supply control valve knob? Option A. Blue. Option B. Yellow. Option C. Red. The correct answer is C. Red. Supplying air to your connected trailer requires pushing in the distinct red, octagonal control knob located on your dash. Question 35. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. How do you check to see if towed units manufactured before DOT requirements are equipped with ABS? Option A. Look under the vehicle for the electronic control unit, ECU, and will speed sensor wires. Option B. Check for a blue light on the dashboard. Option C. Ask the dispatcher before hooking up. The correct answer is A. Look under the vehicle for the electronic control unit, ECU, and will speed sensor wires. Connecting to an older, unlabeled trailer requires you to physically look under the vehicle for the ECU and will speed sensor wires coming from the brakes to identify ABS. Question 36. Careful now. This one is meant to trip you up. What are the 4 factors that make up the total stopping distance for vehicles with air brakes? Option A. Perception, reaction, brake lag, braking distance. Option B. Perception, condition, brake lag, braking distance. Option C. Speed, reaction, mechanical lag, stopping distance. The correct answer is A. Perception, reaction, brake lag, braking distance. Calculating the total distance needed to stop an air-braked vehicle requires adding perception distance, reaction distance, brake lag distance, and braking distance. Question 37. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. In an S-cam foundation brake, what specific shape gives the central expanding component its name? Option A. Shaped like a wedge. Option B. Shaped like the letter S. Option C. Shaped like a flat disc. The correct answer is B. Shaped like the letter S. Turning the brake camshaft rotates a specific metal piece shaped like the letter S, which forces the shoes against the drum. Question 38. What is the function of the stop light switch in an air brake system? Option A. To turn on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. Option B. To switch off the engine brake when stopping. Option C. To alert the driver of an ABS failure. The correct answer is A. To turn on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. Warning drivers behind you requires an electric switch operated by air pressure that turns on the brake lights when the air brakes are applied. Question 39. This next question is tough. Stay focused. Why is a heavily loaded vehicle at risk of taking a long distance to stop if the spring brakes come on automatically? Option A. Spring brakes do not work on all axles. Option B. The extra weight overheats the springs. Option C. The slack adjusters automatically loosen under heavy loads. The correct answer is A. Spring brakes do not work on all axles. Losing all air on a steep grade while fully loaded is critical because spring brakes only apply to specific axles, meaning it takes a heavily loaded vehicle a long distance to stop. Question 40. Listen closely. This is a tough one. What does the ABS system specifically prevent? Option A. Brake drum expansion. Option B. Will lock up during hard brake applications. Option C. Airline condensation. The correct answer is B. Will lock up during hard brake applications. Executing a panic stop on wet pavement is safer with ABS because the computerized system keeps your wheels from locking up. Question 41. Warning. This question is harder than it sounds. How do automatic front wheel limiting valves work? Option A. They require the driver to switch them to normal. Option B. They cut front brake pressure completely during hard braking. Option C. They reduce air to the front brakes except when brakes are put on very hard. The correct answer is C. They reduce air to the front brakes except when brakes are put on very hard. Driving a vehicle with automatic front wheel limiting valves means they automatically reduce air to the front brakes unless you apply 55 psi or more application pressure. Question 42. What does the application pressure gauge show you? Option A. The pressure inside the primary air tank. Option B. How much air pressure you are applying to the brakes. Option C. The current pressure at the governor. The correct answer is B. How much air pressure you are applying to the brakes. While descending a grade, observing the application pressure gauge tells you exactly how much air pressure you are actively applying to the brakes. Question 43. This question is designed to confuse you. Stay sharp. When parking a combination vehicle, what does the applied parking brake do to the tractor protection valve? Option A. It closes the tractor protection valve and sets the spring brakes at the same time. Option B. It opens the valve to bleed air from the trailer. Option C. It bypasses the valve entirely. The correct answer is A. It closes the tractor protection valve and sets the spring brakes at the same time. Securing your rig at a rest stop ensures that pulling the parking brake automatically closes the tractor protection valve and sets the spring brakes simultaneously. Question 44. This next question is tough. Stay focused. Are disc brakes more common than S-cam brakes on commercial air-braked vehicles? Option A. Yes, they are the industry standard. Option B. No, they are less common. Option C. They are equally common on modern trucks. The correct answer is B. No, they are less common. Looking at the wheel assemblies of most commercial fleets, you will find that wedge and disc brakes are less common than traditional S-cam brakes. Question 45. Warning. This question is harder than it sounds. In a dual-air brake system, what does the secondary system typically operate? Option A. The trailer brakes exclusively. Option B. The regular brakes on the front axle. Option C. Only the spring brakes. The correct answer is B. The regular brakes on the front axle. Understanding a dual circuit layout means knowing the secondary system is typically responsible for operating the regular brakes on the front axle. Question 46. Which type of foundation brake mechanism uses a push rod to move a slack adjuster that twists a camshaft? Option A. The S-cam drum brake. Option B. The wedge brake. Option C. The power screw disc brake. The correct answer is A. The S-cam drum brake. Operating the most common braking system on the road involves air pressure moving a slack adjuster to twist a camshaft inside an S-cam drum brake. Question 47. Why must emergency and parking brakes be held on by mechanical force rather than air pressure? Option A. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Option B. Because air lines freeze when parked. Option C. Because mechanical springs are lighter. The correct answer is A. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Securing your parked truck overnight relies on powerful springs because air pressure can eventually leak away, making pneumatic holds unsafe for parking. Question 48. Let's see if you can get this difficult question right. In a dual air system, if the low pressure warning fails and air is lost, what kind of braking is available before the spring brakes apply? Option A. Only limited braking can be done. Option B. Full hydraulic braking takes over. Option C. No braking is possible. The correct answer is A. Only limited braking can be done. Relying on a faulty warning system in a dual-circuit truck means stopping distance will increase, and only limited braking can be done before the springs engage. Question 49. What is the typical cut-in pressure for the air compressor governor? Option A. Around 100 psi. Option B. Around 85 psi. Option C. Around 125 psi. The correct answer is A. Around 100 psi. Monitoring the dashboard gauges will show the governor allowing the compressor to start pumping again when the tank pressure falls to the cut-in level of around 100 psi. Question 50. At what pressure should the tractor protection valve close, pop out, during the spring brake test? Option A. 10 to 15 psi. Option B. 20 to 45 psi. Option C. 55 to 60 psi. The correct answer is B. 20 to 45 psi. Fanning the brakes down to test the emergency system will cause the tractor protection valve and parking brake valve to pop out between 20 and 45 psi. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your CDL exam.